Hey there friends, it's Paul and welcome to another video, and today we will be customizing Infinity Helios. And the plan for this custom will be to give this evolution of Helios his colors from the anime. As we know, this evolution is a special one because when he becomes Infinity Helios, he goes from being a Pyrus Bakugan to a Darkus one. And when this happened in the show, I was shocked when I saw the return of Helios, but it was awesome because, not gonna lie, this new look of Helios was pretty badass. So that being said, let's go to the colors. For this custom, we will be using a metallic black Gundam marker to basically cover the entirety of Helios' upper body, that is blue right now. Then we will be using the metallic green to paint the main details around the upper section of this Bakugan. And finally, we will be using the red Gundam marker to paint the two small details on the back ends of both arms of Helios. Okay, so we will begin this custom by painting Helios' body with the metallic black Gundam marker. This was the longest part of this entire customizing process, and it took me about an hour to complete it. My plan here was to paint a certain section, let it dry for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then went on to paint the next part. Here I used a combination of medium and small brushes to accomplish this part of the custom. The medium-sized brush was to paint the bigger areas, and the small brush to basically paint the hard-to-reach parts of those little spaces between the joints of the Bakugan. So here, talking a bit of the Bakugan, I got this Bakugan for quite an affordable price of around $15, because it was an Aqua's variation and not the original Darkus one. Just after I ordered this Helios, I went onto eBay to see, out of curiosity, how much people were selling a Darkus one for, and I was like, what? When I saw that this Helios was being sold for like 150, 175, 200, and even 250 bucks. I mean, like, this Helios is rare, but come on, that's like too much money. So after this Helios experience, I told myself that whenever I see a Bakugan going for some over-the-top price, I'll just buy it in another attribute that probably goes for like a quarter of what the seller wants for the original official look variation, and then just customize it to look like in the show. Another great example of this is the Bakugan Cycloid. Just before recording this mini commentary, I saw on eBay that its Subterra variation is going for like $130, while Aventus one is going for only 17 bucks. I consider getting these rare Bakugan and other attributes a win-win situation, cause A, I get them for a super cheap price, and B, I get to customize them, which is something I always consider to be extremely relaxing and gratifying. So yeah, that's that. Next up, we went on to paint all the details on what I'd call Helios' shoulder and back. And here I was using the super mega small brush I love to use, and I was sad to see that after using it for tons of customs, its little hairs are starting to open up, and it's making it more difficult to use in general. Damn, it sucks, but I guess I'll have to order one from Hobby Link Japan, because I got it from there. And might as well order a couple at once to have spare ones. I think I should do the same with the Gundam markers, because, sometimes you're just painting, and boom, all of a sudden the markers dry out. So I think it's also a good option to have spare markers. But even though the brush is not in the best condition, it still manages to get the job done, so all good. In the case of super small / thin details of Bakugan, using these small brushes is the way to go. And when I gotta paint these areas, I imagine that I'm using a color pencil, hold the brush as one, and use it as if it was one, and it works. So there's a little tip for all of you. Here I got a silver Gundam marker to paint that chest detail on Helios, and apologies here for the blurry image, but it was kind of difficult to focus Helios while painting this detail. As you'll be seeing, I had to hold him in weird angles, flip him over to paint this area. So yeah, apologies for the blurry image. At this point, I was about to call the custom as being done, but then I saw that many of the original silver details around the Bakugan weren't in the best shape ever. So I took the silver I had and repainted them. And well, I also decided to go on and paint Helios' teeth in with this color, as well as some of those blue parts that were kind of exposed on the bottom section of Helios. Once again here, apologies if some of the takes are not in focus, but I had to hold the figure on some weird angles, so apologies again for that. And to finish this custom, I painted those two little details on the back side of Helios' arms with the red Gundam marker, and the middle little detail on the chest area with the metallic green. And yeah, with that we are pretty much done. And this Infinity Helios custom is finally complete. And I'm happy that I now have a Helios that looks just like in the anime. The metallic colors look really great on this Bakugan, and as I said before, getting this Helios in another attribute was a win-win for me because of its low price and the fun of getting to customize him. And just a little tip for all of you, since I painted this Helios at night, the next day I put him under some sunlight to see if there were any blue spots left on the areas I painted with the black, and then painted them in. I recommend doing this with Bakugan, where you paint large chunks with a single color, and yeah. So yeah, my friends, this has been the video of customizing my Infinity Helios and my mini rant on the prices of some of these rare Bakugan. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video, and yep, it's been Paul, and I'll see you in the next video.